What's happening, my friends? It's Cast Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Salute to everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cast Sports, The Box Storian. Today, one-hit wonders in boxing. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's The Box Storian, bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. How's everyone doing today? Early in the week, time for the Tuesday afternoon edition of Cast Sports, The Box Storian. Today, we're going to talk about one-hit wonders in boxing. You know those guys, like perfect example, Buster Douglas, had the big fight. Buster beat Mike Tyson at a time when everyone thought Mike was unbeatable, Around that time, Mike wasn't just beating people, he was destroying them, 1 minute, 2 minutes, first round stoppages. And Buster came in as a 42-1 underdog and beat Mike. Not only beat him, not TKO, stopped him, knockout. Mike was down for the count. But then Buster had his 15 minutes of fame, and that was it. He didn't get 15 minutes in 1 second. He got 15 minutes of fame because he did nothing else. His first title defense, he came in big and out of shape, 15 pounds more than when he fought Mike. He got stopped by Ben. Today, one-hit wonders in boxing. Okay, still early in the week. Still got a big week of boxing history right in front of us. And let's look at what we got this week. Yesterday was defense in boxing. Monday is always like we talked about punches and footwork and all different aspects of the sport. The things that go on in the ring, that's always Monday. Yesterday was defense in boxing. Of course, today is the one-hit wonders. Tomorrow is all going to be all about Floyd Mayweather Jr. I got 20 boxers from different eras, 20 legendary boxers, and I'm going to talk about how they would have fared against Floyd in the ring. So tomorrow is Floyd versus boxing legends. And then Thursday, the Boxing in the States series continues with Illinois. We're just going through the alphabet, doing a little history lesson and other significant events that occurred in every state in the United States, going through an alphabetical order. This week, we're up to Illinois. And Illinois is going to be good because Chicago had a deep boxing history. So that's going to be Thursday. Thomas Hill in the building. What's up, T. Hill? How are you today? Tuned in for the One-Hit Wonder Show. Yeah. I use perfect example of what I'm going to be talking about. Buster Douglas type situation, had that one big moment, and that was it. But then we end the week with the profile is going to be, I was just previewing the week, T. Hill. Friday, this week's profile is the life and career of the Macho Man, Hector Camacho. That's going to be the profile this week. How is everyone today? Tuesday afternoon, like I said, still early in the week of boxing history. We got a whole entire big week of boxing history straight in front of us on Cast Sports, The Box Storian, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Part of that fire JBT network. It's almost Wednesday. We got another episode of our fashion show. Let's Talk Fashion coming up tomorrow with Remo. Hopefully he'll be in here and we'll get a preview. We always try to get a preview of it on Tuesday. It's Wednesdays at 10 a.m. So hopefully Remo will be along at about 3:45. Give us our weekly preview, okay? And also when I drop that link, that's always featuring the legendary Thomas Hill. So don't miss it when the link gets dropped. You get to hear Thomas Hill talk boxing, okay? So that's worth waiting for. That'll be about 3:30. Okay, that's one of my favorite segments of the show when I get T Hill up here and chop it up with him. And he's already in here. What's up, T Hill? Yeah, one hit wonders. Got some good ones. Leon Spinks, remember? He beat Ali. 7-fight novice. Beat Ali. And then he gave Ali the rematch and lost his very next fight and then never came near a title again. I don't even know if Leon ever fought in another title fight. To be honest, I don't think he did, but it's in the show when we get to him. But yeah, Leon Spinks makes the list of one-hit wonders. Sim Rockman, remember when he beat Lennox Lewis, and that was about it for him. Steve Little, Kirkland Lang, yeah, we're going to go through these one-hit wonders today. Chris Algieri makes it. Sorry, Chris. But yeah, he was a one-hit wonder. Yeah. T. Hill says only legends go by the name of Sewell. Okay, appreciate that. You must be talking about Miss Cass. Her name is Sewell too, so not me. You're talking about the legendary Miss Cass Sewell. Yeah. But hope everybody enjoys the show today. Smash on that appreciation button. I always wait until 2:30 to give some more people time to get here. We got people like Lonnie Lee gets off work at 2:30, and it wouldn't be fair for him to miss too much of the show because he's here faithfully every day, supporting, dropping super chats and stuff. And every job don't let you sit there with that earpiece and listening in. Some jobs don't play that, so yeah. We're gonna start in like 15 minutes or so. But let's see what's happening this weekend while we wait in the world of boxing. I know we got Monster coming up next Tuesday. The Monster, D.A. Monster, the Monster, next Tuesday. Yep. Big Watch Barroso on the card, going up against Andy Hiriaka, guy with a pretty good knockout rate. So that might steal the show. But now on a Monster card, the main event is going to be the show. Nobody's going to steal the show from the Monster. He's going up against T.J. Doheny. I was thinking it was this morning, right? I was all ready and all set. And I said, it's just September 3rd. That's next week. But yeah, it'll be worth the wait. But you got to get up in the morning because Japan doesn't, like a lot of countries, will put their fights on according to our time. So we can see it in prime time, but not Japan. Japan say you got to get up and go by our time. You want to see fights coming out of here. So the Monster is normally like 6, 7, somewhere around in there. The card might start about 4 o'clock. The way T. Hill is out there in California, wow, that card will start about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's worth getting up for the Monster though, and should be a good card, good overall card. Coming out of Tokyo. Yeah, that's where the Monster said, I'm not coming out of Tokyo. You got to come over here and fight me. I tell somebody to take these titles, the Monster saying you got to come over there and get them. Okay? But wherever the Monster fights at, it's going to be an exciting fight. He's one of the pound for pound. I got a number 2 behind Bud, but I ain't mad if you flip-flopping. Bud 1, Monster 2, or Monster 1, Bud 2. They're definitely the top 2. No question about it. Yeah. I'm going to pull a schedule up while we're waiting for 2:30 to get here. 2:30, right? Yeah. Well, how is everybody today? Fresh off the weekend. Still early in the week. Big week of boxing history right in front of us. Wednesday is usually the day where I take the suggestion out of the chat, but I didn't have any, so I had to come up with my own show. But it's a good one. Floyd against the boxing legends. Now, you might have a different opinion if they're going up against Pretty Boy or Money May. But we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. Gonna be a pretty good show. Yeah. And you got boxing with Frankie and Jay tomorrow too at 1:00. New show. They're gonna come on right before me tomorrow. So I gotta make tomorrow good because Jay said he's gonna send all them people over here to me. What's up, Al Booger? Al Booger in the building. Got a good one for you today, Al Booger. The one-hit wonder. Like Buster Douglas. Leon Spinks. Spinks beat Ali as a 7-fight novice, but couldn't beat anybody else. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't think Leon had another title fight. I don't think Buster did either. Buster's next fight against Evander Holyfield, he got stopped. He was 15 pounds over what he fought Mike at. But if that Buster that fought Mike could have stayed in shape, and that Buster right there that beat Mike showed up for every fight. Now, Mike took him lightly, but Buster really had a good fight, too. It wasn't all Mike taking him lightly. Buster had a good fight, a great fight plan. And if that Buster had stayed around for a while, he would have been a problem at heavyweight because he kept Mike at bay with that jab, He had a busy jab, a long, busy jab, man. And he was rangy, good movement, a big, tall guy, man. He just gave Mike all kind of problems. And, like Mike was destroying everybody around that time, but Buster was the blueprint for beating Mike, and he went there and did it. But then that Buster never showed up again, He just didn't. I mean, he was satisfied with being a one-hit wonder, I guess. But if that Buster that beat Mike would have stayed around, he would have been a problem at heavyweight. Probably would have held that belt for a while. That Buster would have beat Holyfield. But he just came in out of shape. They said in between the Tyson and Holyfield fights, Buster got up to as much as 300 pounds in between the two fights, man. So, yeah. But Saturday, we got the Diego Pacheco is back in the ring. This is from Carson, California. Against Macy Edge, Selecki, Arturo Popoca, Jesus Arachiga. That's some names on that card. We're in great shape for the schedule we got coming. And then Tuesday, of course, the Monster, G.A. Monster. And that's a good card, too. The Monster taking on T.J. Doheny. And let's see if it's the definition of pound for pound. Then really it's Tank. And the debate is between them for two. Tank is one. The debate is between them for two. Because if Tank was the same size and same weight and reach as them all, he dominated. That's right, T-Hill. That's what pound for pound is. If there was just one weight class in boxing, who would be the best? That's pound for pound in a nutshell, right? Everybody was in the same weight class. That's how I describe pound for pound. Who would be the best? BN Boxing News, what's up? Definitely a one-hit wonder, BN Boxing News. Buster Douglas is the definition of one-hit wonder. And Leon Spinks is a close second. Remember, Leon beat Ali, shocked the world, right? And then Leon was the reason the WBA and WBC had split for the first time since the early 70s. Because the WBA, Leon decided to fight Ali in a rematch after he beat him, and the WBC wanted him to fight their number one contender, which was Ken Norton. But the WBA continued to recognize Leon as champion, so the WBC stripped Buster and gave it to Norton. So that's how they split. And then the WBC went on after that to have 4 different champions in 4 months. I told you that story where Ali was champion, then Spinks beat him for the second one, then the WBC stripped Spinks. They had Norton. Then in his first title defense, Norton lost to Holmes. So we had 4 champions in 4 months. Yep. But yeah, you're right, BN Boxing News. Buster Douglas is definitely a one-hit wonder. And the close number 2 is Leon Spinks. But I got some other ones. We're going to talk about it in about 5 minutes. Yeah. One-hit wonders today. Great show tomorrow, too. Don't miss that one. It's going to be Floyd against the Legends. Got some legends from all different eras, and we're going to go over how about 20 of them, how each one of them would fare in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, like Willie Pep and Henry Armstrong. We got to do Sugar Ray and Floyd, because that's one of the big dream fights. One of the most talked about dream fights of all is Sugar Ray and Floyd. That was right up there with Ali and Tyson and Ali and Joe Louis. Those three dream fights there are about the most talked about, the most dreamed about of all. Ali, Joe Louis, Ali, Tyson, and Floyd and Sugar Ray. Now the 1960s Ali, pre-suspension Ali from 60s, I got him beating any heavyweight in history, that Ali. But when you get up into the later 70s Ali, then got taking a few L's. The Ali that lost to Leon Spinks and Trevor Berbick, that Ali takes a few L's in the dream fights. But pre-suspension Ali from the 60s, no heavyweight in history can touch that Ali. And Ali wouldn't even have a hard time. But yeah, one-hit wonders today. And salute everybody that's in here rocking with me today. Yeah. Buster is the top one-hit wonder. T. Hill says the most destructive heavyweight all time. Yeah, it would have to be George Foreman. I would say that the 70s George Foreman now, because the 70s George Foreman and then the one that came back in the 80s, it was like he wasn't even the same person, man. Because the 70s George Foreman he wasn't a good interview. He didn't like talking. He was always mean and scowled up all the time. And then when he came back, he was this guy always smiling and cracking jokes. And people like, is that just another guy named George Foreman, or is that the same guy? It was like two different people, man. But yeah, T. Hill, I would say the 1970s Foreman was, about the most destructive heavyweight. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Salute, Bruce Gas. How are you today, bro? One-hit wonders. Bruce Gas, seen a lot of them one-hit wonders. Seen them when that one-hit wonder period was going on. When they was becoming one-hit wonders. Yeah. But we got a few of them that made the list today. Still early in the week. Got a big week of boxing history. And Illinois is the Boxing in the States series continues Thursday. It's Illinois this week. And that's gonna be a good one, because Chicago has a deep boxing history, man. Yeah. So that's gonna be good. And I always talk about that long count fight between Jack Dempsey and Gene Tunney. That was in Chicago. So we're gonna cover that Thursday, yeah. That fight, that was the first $2 million gate in boxing history. Yeah, it was in Chicago. And that was just like 6 years, because boxing had been banned in Illinois, the state, and then they unbanned it. Is that a word, unbanned it? It became back legal in 1919, and then the long count fight was like 1927, I think. 2 years after that, right around that time. But yeah, a lot of people say Jack Dempsey threw the fight, but I don't think so, because he wouldn't go to the neutral corner. But guess what? That was the first fight when the referee started instructing them. That was the first fight when they started the neutral corner, because before that, this is 1927, the guy go down, the referee just would go count. The other guy could stand right there by the referee as he was counting, but then it came with the neutral corner. So I think that had a lot to do with Jack Dempsey not going to the neutral corner, because he wasn't used to that. No fighter was used to that yet. He probably was confused when the referee was sending him to the neutral corner. So the people that say he was trying to give Gene Tunney more time, nah, I don't think so. He just wasn't used to going to the neutral corner yet, because that was the first fight that was in effect. That's the way I look at it. Yep. But this is Cash Sports The Box Dorian from that Fire JBT network. And don't forget the raffle. I forgot to put the commercial in, but 3 prizes, 3 first place prizes. Pair of you get a Apple 10th generation iPad, pair of those Kaniki Bear headphones. Kaniki Bear is a proud sponsor of the JBT too. Pair of those headphones, they fire. I got them to buy mine. I can't get in the raffle. And then the third prize is an air fryer. So those are 3 first place prizes. It's going pretty good. We got over 20 entrants so far. So you got until October 12th. And you know, the other raffle, the proud winner of that 55-inch color TV is up there watching it every day. D1 was the winner. Yep. So three winners this time. So get your ticket. Just $10 and 3 for $25. Okay. $10 a piece, 3 for $25. Okay. And send your money here to $ JBT Network, and then just drop the number 1 behind it. There we go, $ JBT Network 1. Send your money there. Melanie Queen will be in, and then she'll take you into more detail on it. I almost forgot the prizes. I think I got them right. But I'm gonna have a commercial in tomorrow, I promise. We got a commercial about it. Yeah. We're gonna get started in a couple minutes now on what's the show about today again? One Hit Wonders in boxing. I knew. One Hit Wonders in boxing. Pretty good show. And then at the end, we're going to have a little time before the link time. I'm going to touch on the shortest title reigns in heavyweight history. Some of the shortest title reigns. And guess who makes that list too? Leon Spinks makes the One Hit Wonder list and the shortest title reign list. Buster Douglas might make both of them too. I don't have Buster on the shortest title reign list, but Leon Spinks is on it. Riddick Bowe, Mike Tyson, believe it or not. But we're gonna get into it. Yeah. Ken Norton, the shortest title reigns in heavyweight history. Well, let's get ready to get started with the One Hit Wonders. Okay. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Mine is good now that I'm here with my friends talking this boxing history. Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Cash Sports The Box Story. Part of that Fire JBT lineup. Steadily adding new shows to it. And Friday is just off the chain, that lineup we got Friday. Yeah, we're almost back to Wednesday again too. Let's Talk Fashion will be back tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be in here today and we'll get a preview on what he's going to be talking about tomorrow at 10 a.m. Once a week, but it seems like every day. This time comes around so fast. Yep. Another episode of Let's Talk Fashion, a blend up fashion, sports, entertainment, and life. Okay. But now it's time for One Hit Wonders in boxing. Yep. And like being Boxing News said, the chief one hit wonder is Buster Douglas. Leon Spinks is a close number 2. Yeah. Leon just threw a wrench into everything. He caused the sanctioning bodies to split up, the WBA and WBC. What's up, Mike? Mike Masick in the building. Salute, Mike. You're right in time. Just in time to start the show. Yeah. Because Leon, the WBA, continued to recognize. Leon decided to fight Ali in the rematch, and the WBA continued to recognize him. But the WBC, Ken Norton had won a title eliminator, I think, against Jimmy Ellis. But Ken Norton was the number 1 contender for the WBC, and they wanted Leon to fight him. So when Leon decided to rematch Ali, the WBC stripped him and gave it to Norton. That's what started the 4 champions in those 4 months. Ali, Spinks, Norton, Holmes. 4 months. 4 different champions. Yeah, in that period. Just crazy. But that was the golden era of the heavyweights, man. Yeah, back then. Heavyweight boxing was at its best, you know. And some of those great champions, man, like Ernie Shavers, Jerry Cooney, never had a title. Ain't that unbelievable? They probably would have been undisputed in this era. Yeah, never had a title. Be that Ernie Shavers. Gentleman Jerry, never champions. We covered that a few weeks back, remember? When we went over the best boxers that never won a championship. There were 2 of them. Yep. Donovan Razor Ruddock. I had to double check that because I just knew Razor Ruddock had a title, but no, never did. I think it was Razor. I might have him mixed up with somebody else, but I believe it was Razor Ruddock. But yeah, I could not believe it. That was just unbelievable. And then boxing is looking good. The schedule we got coming up. Now I don't like that Canelo Berlanga fight too much, but the card is fire, man. Caleb Plant on it against Trevor McCumbee, and that should be a good fight. McCumbee is nothing to sleep on. Rolly makes his return on the card after he lost his title to the Pit Bull. Caleb Plant, yeah, I said Caleb Plant, and Cool Boy. There's been a Cool Boy sighting. He makes his return on that card, man. Yep. Stephen Cool Boy Fulton is back in action. Good to see him back, because after that monster loss, he took a long break, man. Over a year. That was July 26, 2023. The same week as Bud and Earl, remember? Remember that week? Bud and Earl was July 29th, 2023, man. Wow. Nobody could have, anybody say they predicted those two one-sided beatdowns. I don't believe anybody predicted that, man. No. They telling you a story. Anybody say they predicted that? I know I didn't. I thought we had two big, good fights coming up, man, that weekend. Neither was competitive. And both of them just went bad immediately, man. Bud jumped on Earl immediately, and Monster started beating Cool Boy down immediately. You know, just crazy. But right now, one-hit wonders in boxing. Let's do this, okay? Let me get up here. Get everything set up. Okay. Still ain't got word from Remo on how my slides was yesterday. No news is good news. Right? Okay. So let's go with today's show. Lonnie Lee will be here. Lonnie Lee in here yet? Nope. Didn't come till 3 o'clock yesterday. Terrell Cameron is here. What's up, Terrell Cameron? That's right, in the house. Good to see you, Terrell. You were right in time for one-hit wonders. Maybe I shouldn't say it. I started at 2:30. Everybody starts showing up at 2:30. It's all good, though. You're here. Salute, Terrell Cameron. How are you today, bro? Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Appreciate you rocking with me today. Because all you people could be anywhere doing anything, but you decided to be here with Cat Sports, and I appreciate it 1,000%. No, 1,000,000%. Really appreciate it. Let's talk about these one-hit wonders. That's why you're here. You ain't here to hear me run my mouth. You're here to hear me run my mouth about the one-hit wonders. So let's do it. Okay. Now, one-hit wonders in boxing. Now, while this collection of boxers did not achieve sustained success, they did make the most of their opportunity before ultimately fading from the spotlight. Yup. And the first one-hit wonder is going to be, go back a ways, Jess Willard. That's Jess on the right, Justin Jack Johnson. Okay? Justin Jack Johnson. That's right, Terrell. Sports News. Jess Willard versus Jack Johnson. Jess is the first one-hit wonder. That's him on the right. Okay? Now, decades before the 12-round title fight, and shortly before the 15-round championship left, was the law of the land. Jess Willard beat storied heavyweight champion Jack Johnson in the 26th round, right? That's how they fought back then. Fought until somebody couldn't continue. And the round went on until somebody got knocked down. So this fight went on to the 26th round before Jess stopped Jack Johnson, right? This was in 1915, title fight. And Willard caught Jack Johnson in his later years, right? And Willard was losing most of the round, okay? But then he stopped. Willard was 33, Johnson was 37, and Willard was losing most of the round. And then he stopped Johnson. Fight was in Cuba. It was like a war of attrition, right? So Jess Willard won this fight. Then he had one title defense in 1916, right? And then in 1919, he lost the strap by a third round stoppage to Jack Dempsey. And that was a beatdown. You know, Jack Dempsey messed his face up so bad, they accused him of having something in his gloves. Yeah, that's how bad he messed Jess Willard's face up. Yeah, Al Booger was talking about that one. He put something on it. But yeah, Jess Willard, you know, that was huge. Beat the legendary Jack Johnson, but he didn't have any kind of sustained championship run. He did make one title defense, but then he lost it to Jack Dempsey and was never heard of again. Okay, so he got 15 minutes and like a couple more minutes of fame before he faded away. Next is Fireman Jim Flynn. Fireman Jim Flynn. Here's my ink. There it is. Okay. That's Fireman Jim Flynn on the right. And guess who that is he's fighting? That's Jack Dempsey. He's fighting. Fireman Jim. Okay. Yeah, that's him on the right. Fireman Jim Flynn. Okay. Now, let's talk about Fireman Jim. I got to keep track of the jet. Boxing. Right, Terrell. Boxing news. I knew what you meant. Okay. Fireman Jim Flynn. Next on the one-hit wonders list. Now, Fireman Jim Flynn is more a trivia question than a one-hit wonder. He's the only man to knock out Jack Dempsey. That was that fight right there we're looking at. This came in 1917, and this was 2 years before Jack Dempsey began his heavyweight title reign. Because remember, I just told you he beat Jess Willard in 1919. This was 2 years before that fight we just talked about. Fireman Jim Flynn was the only man to ever stop Jack Dempsey, right? And it's notable because of Fireman Jim Flynn's journeyman career, right? At age 37, Flynn was going up against a 21-year-old Jack Dempsey in Salt Lake City, right? And at that time, Fireman Jim Flynn had a record of 69 wins, 34 losses, 23 draws, right? He was 5'10" tall. And he floored Jack Dempsey multiple times in round one. And he forced a stoppage from Dempsey's corner, right? Then they met the next year in 1918. Dempsey knocked Flynn out in the first round, okay? This fight was in Illinois. And Flynn fought Jack Johnson and Sam Langford a combined 8 times. And he ended his career with 45 losses. That was his one claim to fame. Only man to ever stop Jack Dempsey. But he didn't do too much else after that. 45 losses. Fireman Jim Flynn. Next, Harold Dade. That's Harold on the right there. That's Harold and Carlos Ortiz. Okay? Harold, Carlos Ortiz. I got most of the pictures from the fights where they got their one-hit wonderness in. Is that a word, one-hit wonderness? But that was the fight he became a one-hit wonder in against Carlos Ortiz. Okay? There's Lonnie Lee. What's up, Lonnie Lee? Good afternoon. You only missed 2 fights. You missed Jess Willard. He became a one-hit wonder in the fight against Jack Johnson in Cuba. Then he had one defense. Then he lost it. He got the beat out of him by Jack Dempsey. And he was never anything after that. Then Fireman Jim Flynn was the second one. No. Jess Willard beat Jack Johnson. Fireman Jim Flynn was the only man to knock out Jack Dempsey. Okay? Then the next year, he got knocked out by Dempsey and was on his way to 45 losses. But that was his one claim to fame. Only man to ever stop Jack Dempsey. And now we're talking about Harold Dade. That's him right there against Carlos Ortiz. Harold Dade on the right. Let's salute Lonnie Lee, hashtag JBT in the building. Okay. Let's talk about Harold Dade's one-hit wonderness. I'm going to make it a word. One-hit wonderness. Okay. Now, Harold Dade, a Chicago native, Dade made a big name for himself in 1947 by defeating all-time great, not Carlos Ortiz, Manuel Ortiz. Carlos Ortiz was way later than that. Carlos was around the 60s. That's Manuel Ortiz. Sorry about that. But anyway, Harold Dade beat all-time great Manuel Ortiz to win the Bantamweight Championship. And this was a strong era for the lower weight classes. And Dade entered the fight at 16 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, right? And he was a swift-footed Midwesterner, and he won a wide decision over the future Hall of Famer, Manuel Ortiz, in their January 1947 fight in San Francisco. But Manuel Ortiz avenged the defeat just 2 months later in a rematch that also went 15 rounds. And then remember, when Dade came into that fight, he was 16 wins and 1 loss, right? He ended up his career with 38 wins and 32 losses, okay? So after that fight, he went 22 wins, 31 losses. But that was his one claim to fame when he beat Manuel Ortiz, future Hall of Famer. But he didn't do too much after that. So that makes him a one-hit wonder. Let's Talk Fashion in the building. What's up, Let's Talk Fashion? Coming up tomorrow at 10 a.m. We're going to try to get a preview at quarter to 4. Yeah, 4:45. Yeah, because I come on at 2 to 4. Yeah, we're going to try to get a preview on Let's Talk Fashion at 4:45. When we don't get it, it's always my fault. I forget and look, it'll be like 2 minutes to 4. I'll be, oh shit, I didn't get the preview. But we're going to get it today. I blame it on him, but it's usually my fault. Okay? But I'm going to remember today. Next on the list of one-hit wonderness. You see, I made it a word, one-hit wonderness. Is Randy Turpin. And you know who he beat to get that status? The great Sugar Ray Robinson. There you go. That's Randy on the right, Sugar Ray on the left. Okay? Yep. He beat the legendary Sugar Ray Robinson, man. Mm-hmm. And everybody thought we had something. Randy, this guy gonna go somewhere, but he became a one-hit wonder. Probably the greatest hit on this list. Turpin beat Sugar Ray Robinson, the sports pound-for-pound king. At the height of his powers in 1951. Sugar Ray was going kind of strong in the early 50s. Yeah. And Turpin was a British fighter. He beat Sugar Ray in July 1951 by decision in England before losing the middleweight title back to Sugar Ray just 2 months later in the United States. Right? And Sugar Ray fought 7 times in Europe that summer, but he ended the tour on a sour note. That was when he lost to Turpin. Turpin was a longtime contender who in the multi-belt era would have enjoyed more championship opportunities, but his name will live on as long as boxing exists because of that win right there against Sugar Ray Robinson. But he didn't do too much else after that. That makes him a one-hit wonder. Randy Turpin. Yep. But he beat the legendary Sugar Ray Robinson in 1951, and Sugar Ray was on top of his game in 1951. Everybody was like, this Randy Turpin guy gonna beat somebody, but never panned out. But he did beat Sugar Ray Robinson. Can't take that away from him. Cannot take that away from him. Ray Portilla. There's Ray. Okay, I couldn't find him in his fight when he became a one-hit wonder. He beat Joe Brown to become a one-hit wonder. Okay. Now Joe Brown became a Hall of Fame after his career, right? And he had a then record 11 defenses of the lightweight title. Now a non-title fight in 1960 ranks as a rather random slip-up for Joe Brown. Okay. Ray Portilla stopped Joe Brown by a 6-round TKO, with Brown suffering a broken ribs in this fight in San Antonio. And Portilla came into that fight on a 3-fight losing streak. And at the time, he had 22 wins, 29 losses, and 1 draw, right? And he never faced off again, right? And Portilla ended his career under 500 and he retired a year later. And Old Bones Joe Brown, that was his nickname, Old Bones. Old Bones Joe Brown went on to 121 wins. He was Ring Magazine's Fighter of the Year in 1961. And he continued his 6-year title reign until 1962. But Ray Portillo became a one-hit wonder because he beat him. He beat Old Bones. But he didn't beat too many other people after that. That makes him a one-hit wonder. Ray Portillo. Okay. Next, Billy Backus. There's Billy on the right. The Elvis, kind of almost like Elvis Presley style, but a little bit thicker. But that's Billy Backus on the right. Okay. That's his one-hit wonder fight too. Just Do Boxing in the building. What's up, Just Do Boxing? How you doing today, bro? Good to see you. I'm up at 4 p.m. We're going to go right up to the doorstep of Just Do Boxing camp, and then we're going up into the building. 4 o'clock. Y'all ain't going to leave me here and run over there to Just Do. I'm going too. James Brody in the building. What's up, James Brody? Salute to Just Do Boxing and James Brody. One-hit wonders today. The next one-hit wonder is Billy Backus. That's Billy on the right. His one-hit wonder fight was against, now hailing from the New York town where the International Boxing Hall of Fame would later be built, Canastota, New York. Backus also has notable bloodlines, being Carmen Basilio's nephew. And in 1970, Backus beat one of his era's best fighters, earning a title shot that oddly occurred in Syracuse, near Backus' hometown. He was a big underdog. He stopped welterweight champion Jose Napoles, a Customato fighter, right? Yeah. Billy Backus stopped Jose Napoles on cuts, right? It was a bloody battle. And Jose won the WBA and WBC 147-pound belts. That was all we had then, WBA, WBC, right? And he entered that fight with a 29 wins, 10 losses, 4 draws record. But he did hold the straps for 6 months. He was a little more longer than the usual one-hit wonder. He was but the Cuban future Hall of Famer Napoles knocked out Backus in June 1971. And Backus fought until 1978, but guess what? He never even fought in another title fight, okay? He was a 6-month one-hit wonder, Billy Backus. Now here comes one of the top one-hit wonders of all times. One-hit wonders of all times. There he is. There they go. Leon Spinks versus Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali. That's what my mother and Albert Cosell called him. Okay. Leon Spinks. And there they go. Yeah, Leon shocked the world, man. 7-fight novice going up against the greatest. And Leon pulled it out. Yeah. Now, the elder Spinks brother joined Michael in claiming gold at the 1976 Summer Olympics. Leon became a big name quicker than Michael, though, as a pro, given a title shot against Muhammad Ali in his 8th pro fight. Spinks wrested the belt away from the then 36-year-old Ali in their February 1978 fight. Spinks remains the least experienced heavyweight to win a title. Yep. Nobody else did it in their 8th fight. He was the earliest to win a heavyweight title. Now, instead of facing mandatory challenger Ken Norton, Spinks gave Ali an immediate rematch. He would have lost to Norton too, so it didn't matter who he fought. He was going to lose his next fight. In better shape for the September 1978 rematch, Ali prevailed via decision. Leon earned title shots at heavyweight and cruiserweight, but lost both via knockout in his career. 26 wins, 17 losses, 3 draws. So I was wrong in the opening. I said Leon never got another title shot, but he got another title shot at heavyweight and cruiserweight, but he lost both of them. Never won the title again, but he did get another title shot. But he's one of the big one-hit wonders, one of the most well-known one-hit wonders. Leon Spinks. Okay, yeah. He's one of the big ones because he beat Ali. A lot of people haven't heard of a lot of these things on this list, but everybody heard of Leon. Even the casuals of the era had heard of Leon when he beat Ali. Nobody expected that. That was almost bigger than Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. Buster's on here too. Next is Kirkland Lang. There's Kirkland. You see who he beat? The Hands of Stone, Roberto Duran. This is his one-hit wonder fight right here. Kirkland Lang and The Hands of Stone, Roberto Duran. I like saying that, excuse me. Now, after Sugar Ray Leonard took back his welterweight titles from Roberto Duran, Roberto moved up to the junior middleweight division, okay? Now, while campaigning at junior middleweight, he endured a shocking upset loss to Kirkland Lang in 1982. Now, Kirkland Lang was a 28-year-old Jamaican. He outboxed Duran in the second half of the 10-round non-title fight and earned a split decision win. This Ring magazine called this fight the upset of the year, 1982. Now, while Duran recovered and a year later went 15 rounds with fellow all-timer Marvelous Marvin Hagler at middleweight, Lang never fought for a major title again. And his career lasted for 12 more years till 1994, but never got back to the title shot level that makes him a one-hit wonder. Kirkland Lang. Okay. The wonderful, great Melanin Queen 27 in the building. What's up, Melanin Queen 27? How are you today? Good to see you. Salute. Appreciate you 1,000%. Everybody salute to Melanin Queen 27 in the building. That's the JBT secretary and vice president and everything. She does a great job with the JBT. We are a way better organization for having her as a member. And Remo too. Remo's in charge of our look. He got me just spending time poring over these displays and images, trying to make them right. Had me up half the night trying to find pictures that's clear and everything. But salute, Melanin Queen 27 and Remo from Let's Talk Fashion, hashtag JBT. 10 a.m. tomorrow. We're going to get a preview at 3:45. I like messing with Remo. I don't know why. Okay, let's go. How you doing today, Remo? Salute, Melanin Queen 27. Next is Alfredo Lane. Okay, here's Alfredo Lane. That's Alfredo on the right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Boxing Talk with Banky and Jay in the building. What's up? Boxing Talk with Banky and Jay. Salute. Boxing Talk and Banky and Jay will come on tomorrow at 1 p.m. right before me. Okay, so I got to be able to be on my P's and Q's tomorrow. They're going to bring that big crowd of 200 million subscribers between them over here to me tomorrow. So, wow. I'm nervous already. But salute Boxing Talk with Banky and Jay. We talking about one-hit wonders. I told you this morning, I had my burning desire behind Thomas Hill's 1 hour burning desire. Okay, let me get back to this. Alfredo Lang is next, one-hit wonder. But salute, Jay. Good to see you today, bro. Always good to see Jay Hardcore. He's the founder of the JBT. Okay? So just think about that. And he's in the building. Okay. Alfredo Lane. Now that's him and I couldn't find, but Wilfredo Gomez was his one-hit wonder fight, but I couldn't find him in Wilfredo. But that's Alfredo Lane on the right. Now Wilfredo Gomez became a 3-division champion in 1985, winning a junior lightweight belt. Just over a year later, the 29-year-old Puerto Rican faced mandatory challenger Alfredo Lane in his homeland, Puerto Rico, right? A Panamanian fighter, Lane enjoyed the best night of his career. Trailing on all 3 scorecards, Lane dropped Gomez in the 8th round and earned a stoppage win after flooring the champion after vicious combinations in the 9th round. Now, Lane did not follow this up well, losing the 130-pound title to Brian Mitchell just 4 months later. And then he lost his next 5 fights after that. One of them to Pernell 3P Whitaker. Then he retired. His record was 15-12 when he retired. So that makes him a one-hit wonder. But he did beat the legendary Wilfredo Gomez. Dropped him numerous times, right? Stopped him. Didn't just beat him, he stopped him. Okay? Alfredo Lane. Good job, Alfredo. Too bad you couldn't sustain it. He got his 15 minutes of fame, not 1 minute more. Okay? Next is Barbie Joe Young. And that one kind of bad. That's all I could find. I started not to even show it. That's Barbie Joe Young on the right. Okay? Barbie Joe Young. His next on the they said it looked like Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah, you're right. He got that same shape of his head. He sure do. Damn, is that Sammy Davis? No, that ain't him. But it sure looked like him, Jay. Good observation. I never even picked that up. But yes, he does. Yeah, he does. But Barbie Joe Young, that's Barbie Joe on the right. Now, never a top contender, Barbie Joe Young enjoyed the distinction of being the only man to beat Aaron Pryor. And until yesterday, I never knew Aaron Pryor had ever been beaten. That was news to me. I'm learning too. But this man beat the Hawk, man. Did you know that, Jay, that the Hawk had a loss? I did not know that. Now, an often avoided junior welterweight with devastating power, Aaron Pryor dealt with drug problems for much of his career. After his 2 defeats, after he beat Alexis Arguello 2 times, Pryor trudged on through 1985. He came back to the ring in 1987, meeting Barbie Joe Young in his return fight. And Young knocked Pryor down 2 times in the matchup. Both of them were from Ohio, too. And the second time, he left Pryor dazed and forced a stoppage. And in the car leasing business now at the time of the fight. No. Barbie Joe Young was in the car leasing business at the time of the fight, 28 years old. He fought only twice after that, ending his career, 31 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. But he got the Hawk up out of there. And that's news to me because I never even knew Aaron Pryor had a loss before yesterday when I saw this. Wow. Did you know that, Jay? I thought he was undefeated. I really did. But no, he had a loss. Thomas Molinares is a one-hit wonder. There's Thomas. That's all I could find for Thomas. Couldn't find him fighting nobody. He was really a one-hit wonder. I couldn't even find a one-hit wonder fight that he was in. But it's in here. Molinares made his name on one of the more controversial endings in modern boxing history. Colombian native. He exited a 1988 welterweight title fight with Marlon Starling's belt around his waist. Molinares knocked out Starling with a right hand thrown just after the bell. But referee Joe Cortez counted the champion out, right? The fight ended up being ruled a no contest. But it did change boxing after that with the 10-second warning spawning because of this sequence. That's when you hear that clack, clack, clack. That started because of that fight, right? Now, Molinares ended up 23-2. He fought twice after that. And Starling won another welterweight title by beating Lord Honeygut in 1989. But Molinares never got near another title. But he beat Marlon Starling. But he hit him after the bell, but the referee counted it. But they ended up making it a no contest. But he's still a one-hit wonder, okay? It was after the bell, but he still knocked Marlon Starling out. So that's quite an achievement. And he didn't do anything after it. So Thomas Molinares is a one-hit wonder in my book. Next is Rene Jacquat. Okay. There's Rene on the right. Rene Jacquat. Now, let's see. Oh, Jay said I knew he had a loss that I didn't know from who. Yeah, okay, Jay. Yeah, it was that guy. Who was it again? It was Barbie Joe Young, right? Yeah, Barbie Joe Young. Barbie Joe Young. I never even knew he had a loss. But Renee Jacquat is next. That's Renee on the right. One of the many welterweight champs in the lower profile years between the Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran era and Sweepy, Pernell Whitaker's run. Renee Jacquat. No, that's Renee on the left. That's Donald Curry on the right. Sorry. This is his one-hit wonder fight. He beat Donald Curry, right? He beat champion Donald Curry, right? His first defense came against, no, this was Donald Curry's first defense. And the fight occurred in Jacquat's native France and ended in a narrow unanimous decision win for Jacquat, doubling as Ring Magazine's 1989 upset of the year, right? He beat Curry, and it was Ring Magazine's upset of the year, 1989. Now, Curry went on to Hall of Fame status. Jacquat lost the 154-pound title in his next fight, a first-round knockout against John the Beast Mugabe. Okay, so he beat Donald Curry. That's Jacquat on the left, Donald Curry on the right. That made him a one-hit wonder. Okay, now here comes the biggest one-hit wonder of them all. Y'all already know. I don't even have to say it. The biggest one-hit wonder of them all. Buster Douglas. There's him and Mike. Yep, 42-1 underdog. Okay, 42-1. Buster came in. And that Buster Douglas, it wasn't just Mike taking him lightly. Buster was in great shape, man. He had that long, busy jab. He was big, rangy guy, could move well. He was the perfect blueprint for beating Mike, right? And he wasn't scared. He wasn't intimidated at all. Most fighters coming in intimidated by Mike. Buster came in there as a 42-1 underdog, planning on winning the fight. Okay? See, Mike, it was a tune-up for Mike to fight Evander Holyfield. But nobody sent Buster that memo that it was a tune-up. Buster came to win. Buster said, I'm going to be the one fighting Holyfield. And he did. And it just wasn't the same Buster. If that Buster that beat Mike Tyson had stayed around, Buster would have been a problem at heavyweight, man, because that was a beautiful performance, man. Beautiful. But anyway, author of the most shocking upset in sports history, not just boxing, sports history. Douglas laid a blueprint for Andy Ruiz's title run nearly 30 years later. The inconsistent heavyweight put it all together on February 11th, 1990 by knocking out Iron Mike Tyson after a full set of 10th round punches. Tyson was a less polished version of the combination machine he once was, but he still was a 42-1 favorite to beat Douglas in Tokyo, Japan. Now, Douglas came in his next fight against Evander Holyfield, 246 pounds, like 15 pounds heavier than he did against Tyson. And Holyfield stopped him in the third round. And Douglas faded out of the title picture quickly. But his upset win over Tyson will live on forever. Look at it. 2024, we're still talking about it. Okay, 34 years later. And 34 years from now, they're still going to be talking about that one. Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. That was crazy, man. I told you, I went to work the next day, and people that you didn't even know watch boxing was talking about that, man. Like, you know, Mike Tyson last night? Like, you watch boxing. But everybody, the casuals, everybody knew Mike Tyson. Yeah, that was huge. That changed boxing. Yeah, that was huge, man. Yeah. The next one is Michael Bent. There's Michael. Oh, that's Michael standing up. Yeah, Michael Bent. We're working our way on through this list. We got the shortest title reigns in heavyweight history coming up today, too. I think, time permitting. We got to get the Let's Talk Fashion preview today about 3:45. Because tomorrow is Wednesday again already. Can you believe it? Now, in the years immediately following Rocky V, Tommy Morrison, that's Tommy on the way down there, by the way. Tommy Morrison became a top heavyweight contender. The up-and-comer was being groomed for a title shot but the less experienced Bent intervened. Again, just like Buster didn't get their memo, Michael Bent didn't get their memo that Tommy Morrison was being groomed for a title fight. They didn't tell him. After defeating George Foreman for the lesser regarded WBO belt, the WBO wasn't, the other big three wasn't recognizing it as a major title then. Tommy Morrison ran into Michael Bent in what was supposed to be an October 1993 tune-up, right? But like I said, Bent didn't get the memo. In just his 11th fight of his career, Bent knocked out Tommy Morrison, get this, in the first round. That's the first round right there. Morrison recovered, but was never the same. Now, Bent lost his belt to Herbie Hyde and abruptly retired due to health issues. He later followed Morrison's on-screen lead by playing Sonny Liston in Ali. Okay, he played Sonny Liston in that movie. I did not know that. Okay, Michael Bent. All right. Let's see how the appreciation button's looking. Oh, they're okay. Steve Little is next. Steve Little. Okay, let's see. Steve Little. Okay, I gotta shift my slide display down. Okay, here we go. Don't start that today. Oh, my bad, I hit the wrong, I'm sorry. I hit the same thing over it, then the whole display disappeared, right? Go to the next one, there we go. Yeah, this is Steve Little. That's Steve Little right there. Steve Little, okay? Steve Little challenged former middleweight champion Michael Nunn for Nunn's super middleweight title in 1994. Wow, he was almost bad as Buster. Steve Little came in this fight against Michael Nunn as a 40-1 underdog, man. He's from Philly, a Philadelphia native. And he had, despite possessing punching power, ex-sparring partner Bernard Hopkins said that Steve Little couldn't crack an egg. That's what B-Hop said about it. But he knocked Michael Nunn down in the first round, right? And he upset him via unanimous decision. And it was in England. And when Little won the title, his record was 22 wins, 13 losses, 2 draws. But he could not replicate this career-defining performance in his first defense, right? He lost to future champion Franklin Lyles. And Little died of colon cancer in 2000 in Reading, Pennsylvania. But he made the one-hit wonder list because he beat Michael Nunn. Yeah. Good performance by Steve Little right there. Beating Michael Nunn. Yep. Okay, next is, we're winding down now. The Crybaby, Oliver McCall. Remember that? And that was his one-hit wonder fight when he beat Lennox. And then the next one, he burst out crying, remember? Remember? Yeah. Oliver McCall. That's him at Lennox right there. Now, the boxing world first discovered Lennox Lewis' vulnerability in 1994 when Oliver McCall, an opponent doing a stay busy fight for Lewis, while he sort of matched up with Riddick Bowe or Evander Holyfield, Oliver McCall knocked him out early in the second round. Didn't take him long neither, second round, right? The new WBC champion defeated a 45-year-old Larry Holmes in his first defense before dropping the belt to Frank Bruno. And Lewis McCall, too, brought one of the strangest episodes in boxing history. Challenging Lewis for the vacant WBC belt in 1997, McCall lost after he broke down in tears in the middle of the fight. Remember? I showed y'all that a few weeks ago. McCall enjoyed highs and lows after that. He last fought in May at age 54. May of, forgot what year that was. He was 54 years old in his last fight. Oliver McCall. Wow. Yeah, that was a trip. He just burst out crying, man. But he did get the title. But he's definitely a one-hit wonder. Next is Ross Purity. Okay, Ross Purity. Man, I keep hitting the same display. It does that. Instead of going to the next one. Okay, Ross Purity. I'm not sure which one is Ross. I think that's Ross on the left. Yeah. Now, no, that's Ross on the right because he's fighting Vladimir Klitschko. Okay. Now we come to the Vladimir Klitschko section of the list. Vladimir's in there like 3 times. Vladimir was in like 3 one-hit wonder fights. People becoming a one-hit wonder against him. I guess he holds the record for making people one-hit wonders, Vladimir Klitschko. Now, the first fighter to successfully test the younger Klitschko's chin was Ross Purity, right? He came into the fight with a 24-win, 13-loss, and 1 top draw record. This fight was in 1998, okay? And it was in Ukraine, where Klitschko's from. Klitschko was 22 years old at the time, and he lost by TKO when his corner stopped the fight, okay? And his rise was delayed a bit after that fight. And Purity was 32 at the time, right? And he had lost 3 of his 4 previous fights coming into that. Now he finished his career with 20 losses. Another of those coming to Klitschko's brother, Vitaly, in 2001. Yep. Oh, what's going on now? Something didn't happen. I got it fixed. Okay. Next is Hasim Rahman. There's Hasim on the left. Hasim Rahman. Okay, yeah. You don't forget the raffle. $10 for 1. $25 for 3 chances. Melanie Queen got it in there. Apple 10th generation iPad. A pair of Kaneki Bear headphones. And a Ninja air fryer. Kaneki Bear is a proud sponsor of the JBT organization. Good luck to everybody. Okay, Hasim Rahman. Okay, by 2001, Lennox Lewis had become by far the top heavyweight in the game, beating Evander Holyfield in '99 to earn that distinction, and it also beat Mike Tyson. But heavy underdog Hasim Rahman dropped Lewis with a right hand in the 5th round of their April 2001 fight in South Africa, right? And Hasim is a Baltimore native, home of the current face of boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis, okay? And Hasim had lost twice as a heavyweight contender. He collected 2 major belts that night from Lewis, but Lewis quickly atoned for his slip-up, which came after he filmed scenes for Ocean's 11. By flattening Rahman in round 4 of their November rematch. Rahman remained a contender for years, but he did not come close to winning a heavyweight title belt again. Hasim Rahman, another of the one-hit wonders. Okay, we're winding down. I got a few more. Then we're going to do the shortest heavyweight title reigns in history. Cast Sports The Box, Dorian. Okay. Next is Corey Sanders. Okay, that's Corey on the right. There's Klitschko again. Told you this is the Klitschko section. Klitschko made about 3 people one-hit wonders. Okay, now beginning a mid-career descent for his era's premier heavyweight, Sanders exposed Vladimir Klitschko's suspect chin in his March 2003 wipeout of the future Hall of Fame. The smaller South African southpaw, at 37 years old, connected many times with straight left hands, and the referee stopped the fight in the 2nd round after the 4th knockdown. Now, Sanders' next fight, however, came against Klitschko's brother. Klitschko's brother bailed him out twice, Vitaly. Remember when he made the first guy the one-hit wonder? Vitaly came up and took the belt. Now this guy, Vladimir, made him a one-hit wonder. Vitaly come up behind him and beat this guy. Wow, isn't that something? Now, Vitaly dominated his 2004 fight against Sanders, and Sanders fought 4 more times after that before retirement. So the little brother gets beat, then the big brother comes along and takes up for him and beats the guy. Isn't that something? Wow. Let me take a drink. orange juice today. Oh no, that's cooler. Damn, I thought that was orange juice. I got cooler in an orange juice bottle. Next is who's next? Corey Sanders. There's Corey. Okay. Everybody smashing on the appreciation button. Yeah. Okay. Appreciate y'all. I mean, that was Corey Sanders. Lamont Brewster is next. That's Lamont on the right. Okay. We just did Corey. Lamont Brewster. Okay. Now here, the third man that became a one-hit wonder. You can see Vladimir again on the left. So this was the Vladimir Klitschko section of the show. He made 3 people one-hit wonders by losing to him. Now we're going to see if Vitaly come along and beat this guy. Take it for his little brother. Now Vladimir Klitschko's career hit a crisis point after a 2004 meeting with Brewster. Okay? Brewster was 30 years old at the time. He became the 3rd mid-tier heavyweight to knock out the super prospect Klitschko. Remember, we just looked at all of them. Klitschko was 28 at the time. Brewster stopped him in the 5th round, right? April 2004. And despite being outlanded 199-70, Klitschko had outlanded Brewster 199-70. Wow. Brewster followed Sanders' lead and capitalized on Klitschko's defensive weaknesses to win a vacant WBO belt. He defended the belt 3 times, once knocking out a faded Andrew Golota before losing to modestly regarded Sergey Liakhovich, something like that. Brewster's 2007 rematch with an Emmanuel Stewart-trained Klitschko ended in a 7th round knockout loss. Emmanuel Stewart had him then, but no, Vitaly didn't take up for him this time. Brewster actually made 3 successful title defenses, right? So he was like a 4-hit wonder. Okay, Lamont Brewster. Next, Carlos Baldomir. Okay, Carlos Baldomir. Change. There's Carlos with his hand raised. That's Zab Judah he going up against. We talked about that Friday in the Zab Judah profile, remember? Yeah, he beat Zab. Now, Baldomir entered his 2006 title fight with Zab Judah as a 9-loss fighter, but outworked the unified welterweight champion in a unanimous decision win. The Argentinian outlanded Zab 161-91, but he was given a narrow decision. Baldomir captured Judah's Ring Magazine belt in the lineal 147-pound title. Now, see how they cheat? Because this fight was supposed to be a tune-up for Zab and Floyd, and Baldomir outlanded him almost 100 punches, but still only got a split decision. They was trying to set up the big money fight between Zab and Floyd. Boxing always been like that, but Baldomir beat him so convincingly they had to give it to him. But they tried to cheat Baldomir. See how boxing is? But they still made the Floyd Zab fight, even though he lost. Yeah, the Bob Father and Don King came together and still made it. Yep. But anyway, yeah, he won the Ring Magazine and lineal 147-pound title in that fight. But a sanctioning fee issue allowed Zab to keep 2 of his belts. Now, Baldomir beat a shop-worn Arturo Gatti later in 2006, but soon saw his stock crater. Matched up against Floyd Mayweather Jr., Baldomir did not win a round on 2 scorecards. He was one of Canelo Alvarez's high-profile wins in 2010. He faded out after that Zab win, but he beat Zab. They tried to cheat him, but they were trying to set up Zab and Floyd. But it was so convincing. One of the fights where they just couldn't cheat him out of it. Like Canelo and Bivol, remember? 115, 113. Everybody in the world know that Bivol won that fight by some more than 115 and 113. They tried to cheat for Canelo, but Bivol beat him so convincingly they couldn't fight him. Couldn't cheat him. This fight between Baldomir and Zab was similar. They wanted Zab to win the fight Floyd, but Baldomir was so convincing they couldn't cheat him. Okay, yeah. Next is Breeders' Prescott. Got about 3 more. Breeders' Prescott. 320? I want to bet on here 10 minutes. Breeders' Prescott. That's Breeders on the right. And it beat somebody down. That's Amir Khan. Yeah, Amir Khan was the one that Breeders beat down in his one-hit wonder fight. That's Amir, man on the mat. Okay. Ticketed for superstardom, Amir Khan saw his trajectory change in 2008. An Olympic gold medalist at just 17 years old in 2004, Amir Khan was voted ESPN's Prospect of the Year in 2007. He was 18-0, and he had a minor lightweight title when he met Breeders' Prescott in September 2008. The Colombian challenger shocked the boxing world by stopping the British talent in round 1. Yeah, Amir had that chin, always known for that suspect chin. The hand speed demon's suspect chin revealed itself that night in Manchester, England. Khan has since been knocked out by Danny Garcia, Canelo Alvarez, and Terence Crawford, and Kell Brook. Prescott was unbeaten then. He was unbeaten at that time. Then he lost 18 fights after that, including defeats against Terence Crawford and Mike Alvarado. Lost 18 fights after that. That makes him a one-hit wonder. Okay? Won the championship and then lost 18 fights after that. Next is Sonny Boy Jaro. There's Sonny Boy. On this, well, Sonny Boy standing up, obviously. Sonny Boy Jaro. Okay? What's going on in the chat? What'd you say, Terrell? The KKK? KKK in there? Damn, I just lost on monetization. They might kick me off the whole YouTube. Oh, KKK. That's what it said. Damn. Shit. Okay. Sonny Boy Jaro. I don't know. I'm going to leave that alone. Jaro entered the 2012 class with elite flyweight champion. I'm going to leave his name alone, too. Stay with me for a second. I'm going to put it in here. Anybody can pronounce that, put a thumbs up, and I'll drop the link and let you come pronounce this. There we go. Give me a minute. P-O-N-G. I like doing this. I don't think. Melanie Queen might be able to pronounce it. She's good at these names. K-L-E-K. That's just the first name. The last name. Oh. W-O-N-J-O-N. You know I ain't even trying it. Maybe Jay Hardcore can pronounce. Come on up and pronounce this, Jay. There you go. There you go. I'm going to call him PW. Where's Joe? I haven't seen Joe in a couple of days. Anybody seen Joe? But yeah, Sonny Boy against PW. Can anybody pronounce that? Now, Jaro entered the 2012 class with elite flyweight champion PW as a 10-loss challenger. Now, PW was 83 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws. Damn, 83-3. Wow, that's 80. He had 88 fights. Fighters in the low weight divisions tend to age faster than their heavier contemporaries. Now, PJ first won the WBC flyweight title in 2001, and after losing it in 2007, he recaptured it a year later and reigned until the younger Jaro, Sonny Boy, upended him. A then 30-year-old Filipino, Sonny Boy knocked the 34-year-old PW down 4 times and won via 6-round knockout. Sonny Boy proceeded to lose his next 3 fights. One-hit wonder. Knocked out PW, knocked him down 3 times, then lost his next 3 fights. Okay? 2 more to go. Chris Algieri. We might not get to that. Yeah, we're going to get the heavyweight. 10 shortest reigns at heavyweight. Yeah. There's Chris Algieri. I'm going to drop the link at 3:45 for anybody, especially for Let's Talk Fashion to give us that free. Chris Algieri makes it. There he is. You got it, Melanie Queen? Let me drop the link so you come up and say it for me. Melanie Queen says, is that named the alphabet? Yeah. It's almost got the whole alphabet in it, don't it, Melanin Queen? That name almost got every letter in the alphabet in it. Damn. Look at that. I don't even know where to start at. I don't get past the first syllable. Pong. After that, I'm lost. So PW. But anyway, he made Sonny Boy Jara a one-hit wonder. Okay. Chris Algieri is our next one-hit wonder. There's Chris on the screen. Now, the Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao super fights 5-year delay was an indictment of boxing at that time. Now, while the former Floyd, they saying, deserves more blame, Pacquiao's final pre-Mayweather opponent was the most random stopgap during the welterweight kingpin standoff. Given a June 2014 title shot against WBO junior welterweight champion Ruslan, there's another one. Algieri outlanded the rugged Russian by a significant margin, but looked the worse for wear after being knocked down twice. After his decision win, Algieri faced Pacquiao. Okay? Pacquiao knocked the lanky 440-pound champ down 6 times. But being in that fight made Algieri a big name. But he didn't do much after that. And that made him a one-hit wonder. And last is Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn. There's Jeff and Manny. Yeah, that fight. A lot of people think Manny won that fight, but it made Jeff a one-hit wonder, the fact that they gave it to him. And why this thing won't move. Bear with me for a second, please. Bear with me for a second. How's everybody doing this beautiful Tuesday afternoon? It's Tuesday, right? A couple hours it'd be Friday. Come on, man. Always something. Have a good show rolling along. The biggest one-hit wonder for Boston. I got to start all over. Come on, shut up. Oh, I'm sorry. Bear with me. Let me take a drink while I'm waiting. Yeah, Melanin Queen, that name had almost every letter in the alphabet in it. That's in the Guinness Book of World Records. The man name had every letter in the alphabet in it. Jeff Horn is last. Here we go. Then we're going to get off into the, I got 9 shortest reigns in heavyweight history. But versus Jeff Horn. He beat Manny. There they go on the screen there. That made him a one-hit wonder. The Pac-Man. Oh boy, there we go. I went past it. Now Horn was 31, okay, and his career trended toward one-hit wonder status after he received a gift decision over Manny the Pac-Man Pacquiao in 2017. Now, although Pac-Man outlanded Horn by 182 to 92, 90 punches. Now, carpet box is just 2 people hitting buttons, nothing computerized about it. But that kind of margin tells you that Manny had to outland him significantly when it's that wide, 182 to 92. But in spite of that, Horn captured the WBO welterweight title that night, right? And his size posed a problem for the 38-year-old Pacquiao. But the majority of the public did not give Horn many rounds. But the judges did, and that's what counts. They gave him a unanimous decision win in one of that era's biggest upsets and most controversial decisions. But then Horn lost his title to Terrence Bud Crawford in his next fight, okay? Making him a one-hit wonder. That's the one-hit wonder list. Now, let's look at these, okay. The shortest title reigns in heavyweight history. Okay. Then we're going to drop the link in here. You're going to get a preview of Let's Talk Fashion for the month. You're going to get the legendary Thomas Hill probably going to come up and talk a little bit of boxing right quick. Can't beat that. Now, reigns in heavyweight, over the years, the addition of more sanctioning organizations have muddied the waters concerning world champions in the sport of boxing, right? Now, that's what most of the short reigns of title holders on this list resulted from. So now we'll look at some of the, we're going to look at some of the shortest title reigns ever in the heavyweight division. It's just going to take like 5 or 10 minutes, that's all. Okay. And the first one is Tyson Fury. There's Tyson. Now, the top honor goes to none other than Tyson Fury, who held the IBF strap for just, get this, 10 days in 2015. Fury defeated Vladimir Klitschko in Germany to claim 4 crowned virgins, but was given an almost instant ultimatum by the IBF, okay? Having already been contracted and obliged to give Klitschko a rematch, Fury got backed into a corner. The title then had to be relinquished, and Charles Martin eventually fought for it. And I'm not saying that name neither. Start with a V. Martin won via stoppage in January 2016. But anyway, Tyson Fury had the IBF title for a total of 10 days. Okay? One of the shortest reigns in heavyweight history. Riddick Bowe. There's Riddick on the left. Riddick had it for 1 month and 1 day. Okay? Winning the unified IBF, WBA, and WBC titles in November 1992 against Evander Holyfield. Riddick Bowe would give up the World Boxing Council version just over a month later. The WBC wanted, remember, threw it in the trash can. WBC wanted Riddick to face Lennox Lewis next. Riddick had other ideas and ducked his green and gold strap in the trash bin, right? Remember that? At an famous press conference. He would instead take on Michael Dokes and knock Michael out in less than 1 round. Yep, everybody remember that. Riddick threw the belt in the damn trash can. He was scared of Lennox. Then when Lennox retired, he started calling him out. That's the duck if I ever seen one. Now I told you, Leon Spinks made both lists. Okay, he made the one-hit wonder list and the shortest title reign list. Okay. Here's Leon and Ali again. Leon had it for 1 month and 3 days. This is when he got stripped, the WBC. Now, scoring one of the biggest shocks in boxing history, he defeated Ali in 1978, claimed Ali's WBC and WBA belts, right? He subsequently got ordered to face #1 contender Ken Norton. That's what I'm telling you about. Rather than fight Norton, Spinks chose the most big money fight to fight Ali again. Way more money than fight Norton. But the WBC stripped Spinks. Okay? Then Spinks dropped the WBA version in the rematch to Ali. But the WBC stripped him like a month later. That made it a short reign. Okay? Mike makes the list. Iron Mike. There he is. Yeah. Mike had it for 2 months and 2 days. Okay? 2 months and 2 days. Mike took out Bruce Seldon in just 109 seconds to win the WBC title in September 1996. Tupac was at that fight. It was in Vegas. That was the night he got killed. Yeah. He attended the Mike Tyson-Bruce Seldon fight. Got killed later that night. Yeah. Now, after Mike beat Seldon, he won the WBA title September 96. Agreeing to defend this title just 2 months and 2 days later, Tyson got stopped by Evander Holyfield in 7 rounds. Lucas Brown This Lucas. I don't know who that is. He's gonna turn somebody upside down. See that? Wow. Lucas had it 2 months and 7 days. He beat Ruslan Chagayev to win the WBA. I think that's right. Chagayev. Maybe not. To win the WBA regular version on March 5th, 2016. He tested positive for a banned substance in the aftermath of the fight. The WBA eventually took away his title on May 12th. He had it 2 months and 7 days. Then the same guy that he beat, Ruslan Chagayev, he had it for 2 months and 13 days. That's Ruslan on the right, I believe, yeah. Ruslan was reinstated after defeat to Lucas, after Lucas tested positive. He gave it back to Ruslan, right? And following his previous defeat to Brown. Then he retired from boxing just 2 months later after they reinstated him. Why did he even take it back? Ken Norton. There's Kenny over in his corner. So I'm going to take this mouthpiece. Ken had it for 2 months and 22 days. Okay? That's a couple more to go. Oh, 2 more after this. Then we're going to drop the link in there. Now, he was installed as WBC champion. Same situation with the Norton, with the Spinks Ali. This is all tied in. He was installed as the WBC champion after Spinks was stripped. In his first defense 2 months later, he lost to Larry Holmes. So he had a 2 months and 22 days, okay? Next to the last one. Muhammad Ali. There's Muhammad Ali. Okay? Is that the one I want? Let's see. Come on, now get off. Muhammad Ali. Yeah, that's it. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali had it for 2 months and 23 days. Beating Ernie Terrell in February 1967, Muhammad Ali became a fully unified heavyweight champion. A defense followed in March against Zara Foley. 2 months and 23 days after adding the New York State Athletic Commission belt, Ali gave us his position on April 29, 1967, in direct opposition to the Vietnam War. Ali would not fight again until 1970. So he lost his because of that situation with the draft. That's how Ali was so short. And last one is Charles Martin. Then we're going to drop the link. Okay? And stop. Charles Martin. Okay, yeah, that's Charles on the left. Okay. Charles Martin had it for 2 months and 24 days. Charles Martin picked up the IBF heavyweight title that they took from Tyson Fury in 2015. He won it against somebody named Glasgow in early 2016. 2 months later, Anthony Joshua pummeled him to win his first ever world title. That was Anthony Joshua's first world title. That's it. There you have it. One-hit wonders and the 9 shortest heavyweight title reigns in history. Now I'm going to drop the link. Okay. We're going to get a preview on tomorrow's Let's Talk Fashion. And we're going to talk some boxing with the legendary Thomas Hill, I guess. If he's still in here, that is. Or listen to me for like 20 more minutes. Y'all don't mind that, do you? Let me get this link in here. Whoever else all are welcome. You know, everybody is welcome. The more the merrier. I can sit back and chill. More people come up and just listen. Okay? So hit that link. Don't be scared. I ain't gonna cook nobody today. All right? Hit the link. Be quiet for a minute. Put the link in. I done put it in right straight, like 9 straight times. I'm an expert at technology and analytics and that kind of stuff. No. What you say? Don't say nothing, Remo. I'm an expert. They can add me to that technological analytical JBT team. Now, don't do that. That would be a huge mistake. I'll mess everything up. We got that covered with Remo, Corey Franks, and Ant McQueen. Now, we got the best technological analytical team in the history of YouTube. Oh, shit. I put the link in the wrong place, man. Damn. I'm sitting here bragging and they messed up. Bear with me, everybody. Sorry. Here running my mouth and messed up. But it's all good. Forget what you heard. It's all good. Anybody subscribe today? Don't forget tomorrow is Floyd against the Legends. I got Floyd Mayweather against 20 legends from different eras, and I got 2 huge channels. Jay Hardcore and Banky Pound is going to get together tomorrow and do their show at 1, and then they're going to send all them 300 million subscribers over here tomorrow. I'm nervous. Yeah, don't miss that 1 o'clock. Jay Hardcore and Banky Pound. You know that's going to be good. Them 2 heavyweights in these boxing streets, man. Jay Hardcore and Banky Pound. You better ask somebody if you don't know. I don't know where you've been hiding under a rock somewhere. Jay Hardcore and Banky Pound. Come on, man. They're gonna get together tomorrow. I ain't missing it. You miss that, you crazy. Something wrong with you. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, here comes the link. Jay Hardcore and Banky Pound. Come on, man. Jay Hardcore and Banky Pound. I ain't gonna miss it. Okay, here comes the link. Here comes the link, everybody. How's everybody today, though? It's Tuesday, still on. We got a big week of boxing history straight ahead of us, man. On Cast Sports, the Boxtorian. There it is. Okay, I finally got it. Okay. Just in time for, what time is it? 43. Okay. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. Having a good day on this Tuesday afternoon, early in the week. Got all my usual great boxing people in here. Melanie Queen 27 in the building. The JBT secretary. Everything. Melanie Queen 27. It's just great. We are lucky to have her, man. I tell you. Remo in here too. I guess he's still in here. And the Monster coming up Tuesday. It's always exciting to see the Monster, you know. Yeah. GA Monster, the Monster. Got Big Watch Barroso on the card. Big Watch / Big Hat. We got Just Do Boxing coming up in about 15 minutes. Yeah. The voice of these YouTube streets. There's Remo right there. If I can get the cursor over there to him. There it is. What's up? Hey, what's happening, Remo? There you go.
Ain't nothing, man. I'm in the mall spending all my money.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you all right.
Everything all right, though? My background loud?
No, you're cool. You're cool.
Yeah, I'm in the mall.
In the mall? Okay.
These kids some stuff for, back to school.
When they start up there? They started here yesterday.
Next Thursday.
Okay, yeah, they already going back down here. My grandkids went there yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, man? You be fired off the technology team the same day, man. You over here putting in the wrong chat. How's everything though, man? Good show.
Everything is good.
I've been grading you.
Yeah, I know. I've been
you.
trying.
Okay.
Yeah. You know.
You've been doing good, man. Solid work as always.
Upward mobility, you know. Rome wasn't built in a day, you know.
I was looking at that clock.
We're gonna build it.
I said, man, Cass better get me on the show today because he, you know him in time, you know.
I was on it today. I kept it. That's why I kept talking about it so I wouldn't forget.
You know? You know how to get on that ass, like,
you know me, it'd be like 5 minutes to 4, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, and then you say, oh, Remo shifted me again.
Try to blame it on you. Say he ducked me.
Exactly. But man, I got tomorrow's episode, man. It's something. I don't know how I got this episode out. So basically, I'm gonna give you a little backstory. Basically, we was in a studio recording video, audio. We went to go upload it, and all the video got wiped out. The entire almost 2 hours of footage.
Wow, all that work.
Damn. And we were trying to you know what I mean, get the video back, but the file was cryptic, so it just wouldn't upload, man. So he found a way to get some of it back. But he got the middle and a little bit of the ending, no intro.
Yeah.
I said, man, we're going to figure out how to do something with this.
Okay.
So what we did was the best we could do, man. It was just, you know, a good conversation with somebody that I literally, you know, you have admiration for somebody from afar.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we had. We from two different sides of the town, but, you know, he's always been doing his thing on one side. And every time we see each other, it was always kind of like a head nod. Maybe like a 10-minute conversation. So for us to sit there and re-record this didn't make any sense. So I said, you know, the people gotta hear what's going on here. So I had to bring it up as a creative dot. So it was a dot. But it was real creative. It was a great conversation, and the people had to have this one, you know?
Who is your guest tomorrow, Remo?
His name is Ron.
Okay. Is he like a fashion guy or?
Yeah, he's been into that since he was a kid. But what's crazy is I didn't remember that we actually played against each other when I was in college. He reminded me that on the show. I didn't remember that part.
Yeah.
I thought it was more like I seen him in like a pickup game or whatever. But
Okay.
He was like, yo, I remember the college you went to. We came here. I said, damn, like, you know what I mean? So it was a good conversation that the people had to have, and, you know. Especially when you kind of like mirror the same things and in the same timeline, but in different spaces. You're a father now, so you know you get that perspective and just a dope conversation.
Yeah,
it was a good talk, man, and you know.
Well, that's good. Yeah,
you know, I enjoyed it pretty much. So I need something from you though.
What you mean?
I need you to explain to me what the hell is the whole Shakur splitting the visuals with ESPN and the Zone. What is that about?
I just heard about that yesterday. I don't have no idea, man. T. Hill was telling me that Shakur and Cordina are going to be the main event over Bivol and Benavidez. I can't believe that. How's that possible?
But what do they do? What do they do with the undercard? Like, where's that going to be from?
That's crazy. So they're gonna be in 2 different locations, right?
You gotta bet against them, me, because I thought the card is in Saudi.
Yeah. So I don't know how they're gonna do that. Bivol and Benavidez is in Saudi, right?
Shakur's supposed to be out there too.
Okay, so I don't know why they're on 2 different networks. I don't get that at all.
2023.
You know what I think, man? I think they're making it harder and harder for people to be boxing fans, man.
Yeah. So you're gonna be watching one network, and then when the next fight, you gotta go to a whole different network to watch the same card, right?
Absolutely.
That's crazy. So what about the other fights? Are they gonna be all back and forth too? The undercard, you know?
I got no idea, but they said that
me neither.
the Bivol fight is supposed to be after the Shakur fight. So what is the zone going off the air after that? How does this work?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then I'm
So
saying, like, you know how they always have like 4 or 5 fights on the main televised version? Which
yeah,
network are the other fights going to be on before Sakura and Cordina and Bivol and Beterbiev, you know?
that's what I wanted to know.
That's crazy.
I don't get it.
And then I hope everybody don't, that's not going to be the trend in the future, you know?
I hope not either. This is ridiculous at this point.
Because if you got ESPN Plus subscribed and don't have the Zone, then you just, I guess, the Zone is going to be pay-per-view, right? It's just all mixed up. It's just all mixed up. I don't know how they came up with that. See, that's that Turkey Alley Sheik nonsense.
I don't even want to blame him.
No.
I think it's more of the networks are just so greedy.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like you bring in Turkey and you're not wanting to thank you. You're not wanting to pay out the fighters. It's like, oh, I'm so happy to be away from this girl. She was just yelling in my ear. These kids get jobs and they don't even know how to be respectful. You at
Was
work,
there somebody that worked there?
Yeah, well, a loud mouth, man.
Yeah, she was kind of loud. I thought that was somebody with you.
No, girl at the she worked at the desk. She worked at the desk and she just going off. I'm like, what happened to being quiet these days at work?
Yeah.
Jesus. Blabbering on, interrupting my interview.
Yeah, I'm glad she gone too.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
But I can still hear you and everything though. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it's just that you like that's like saying, all right, you know, I want you to watch the NBA, and then we're gonna send you over to go watch the European League mid game.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
I don't know.
I can't explain it, man.
I can't figure it out. Yeah, me neither. I can't figure it out, man. But you know.
And when is that? What month is that in? Is it October?
I believe it's October 12th.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting.
I think it's dumb. And then like the Eddie was the same one that said, "Oh, the model of pay-per-view is dead."
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he say?
Yep. I remember.
But what he's realizing is the market for boxing is dead in the United States, and the reason that it's dead is because one, it's overpriced. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
And then two,
that's exactly overpriced.
It's too old. A lot of people don't know how to jump from app to app to app to app. You know I know. Some of the old folks, they still got, you used to go to your grandmother's house and on the back of the remote they had the TV guide
right
with the channel. Yeah,
my mother had that too. She had a piece of paper on the table by the remote with everything written down on it.
And then when me and my sister used to move, who the hell moved my damn? You know that was a thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, you disrupting what's natural to some people, you know?
That's right.
So if you're not going to go in the gauge of marketing to young kids who are into technology, which you really need to make the sport grow, I don't know what they do, because you're charging more money for these fights. Was Mike Tyson fights was $90. They were like $50, $65, something like that.
I know, that's all. Yeah, they wasn't up there like that, no.
Yeah, and that was available to everybody.
But Shakur and Cordina, I wouldn't buy that, no way.
Yeah, but who? First off, the guy just got off a knockout.
Yeah.
Why would you think to make somebody pay for that when you're trying to grow? See, these kids, they have aspirations to say, I'm a pay-per-view star. Yeah. Right? But they kill their market because they don't have no money. There's no money behind them.
And
I don't know, Cass.
And the Shakur's first pay-per-view, I would have thought they would have came up with something better than that, man. Now, Cepeda, I might even pay for that one, Cepeda. I think that would have been a better one.
Yeah, but if they got this issue now, Oscar think that all his guys are A-sides. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah, it's the trip, man.
How would you figure that one out, man? I don't know. I just want boxing to do a little bit better. They said PBC was trying to figure out a way to have like a free platform for people to watch the fights, but it's not that it should be free is the issue. It should be how often you're getting these fighters in
Yeah,
the ring. That's
that's
what's
true.
missing.
Yeah, that's true.
You need some level of consistency. Friday night fights or this day, or you need a day that designated to that network, that sport.
Yep,
That's
that would
the
make a
beginning.
big difference.
Yeah, that's the
what they
beginning.
don't have. 'Cause they
Nope.
might pop up anytime, you know?
Absolutely, and then now you have no consistency to check it out.
Not at all.
As bad as wrestling is,
Mm-hmm.
right? And scripted events, and that's what people
Yeah,
complain about. But you knew for a fact every Monday
that's
Night
right.
Raw,
They're
you
consistent.
knew, whether you
Yep,
wanted to see it, watch it or not, it was always on a Monday.
it was always there.
You know what I'm
Yep,
saying? Back in the day, what was it? The Worldwide something of sports. Every Saturday morning, you had
Wide World of
wrestling.
Sports. Yeah,
It was always there, like, you know. So you're not tricking the people on where to find it. Now it's ESPN. It's not on ESPN. It's on ESPN Plus, or it's on
mm-hmm.
ESPN Deporte, or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah,
It's too hard for
you
people
got to
to
go look
love
for
the
it.
sport. Yeah, but you have, like, even though they got this new Prime deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't the main fight that you want people to pay $90 for not on the first page?
Right.
It's your platform. It's your platform. So you're not paying an advertiser for that.
Nope.
I
It's
don't
just
understand
crazy.
it. I
Yeah.
can't get it. I can't get with it, man. And
No.
until somebody want to do something about it or invest some young dollars, it's not
Yeah.
going to change.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's just getting
unfortunately.
worse. Getting
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have a young guy who's a budding star, right? What they want him to go do? They want him to go sit down and go train with the oldest boxer, the oldest trainer available. They got nothing in common.
Nothing.
So now they asking why Ryan going so crazy and Derrick James. You know, Derrick James don't even got hair. I know he want to pull whatever he got left on his face.
Right.
Dealing with Ryan ass. Come
I'm
on,
serious, man. He took the words out of my mouth. Dealing with Ryan.
I don't want
Yeah.
to deal with Ryan. And I ain't Derrick James. Ain't
No.
nothing like that. You think he want to sit in the gym 2-3 hours a day? Come on now.
Yeah. And then Ryan going around calling people the N-word. How do you think Jerry James feel about that?
Oh,
man?
yeah,
No?
yeah. And he a black man from Texas, man.
Right. That's crazy.
Do me a favor. You keep your ass out my gym. You
Mhm.
know, that'd be next.
That would have been the end of it, right? That would have been my last day training him right there.
Yeah,
But he getting the money for it, I guess. So I don't know.
see that, and that's the problem right there. Money, and make you turn the other way to things.
Yeah. Lower your principles and your morals and stuff, man. You know.
Yeah.
So,
I guess.
yeah.
I see him winning it. If he get to any type of settlement out of the Arrow
Girl,
situation,
yeah.
I think he done. He's like, I don't need this.
Yeah. That's especially Ryan. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be done with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank is young in the game.
Mhm.
He has a lot of years left that I don't think Derek has tolerance wise. So he might as well find a new guy too while he at it.
That'll probably happen eventually. Yeah, sooner than later. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
He done took his first loss, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's no mystery behind it anymore. You know, he got to build himself back up. Does Derek have
Yeah.
the time that he wants to invest in building it up? I highly doubt it. You know.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all
Okay.
something, man. I appreciate what y'all do for the sport. I'm talking about you and the rest of the guys.
Okay.
I couldn't talk about boxing all day, man. I just couldn't. I just could not.
Yeah.
I'd lose my. But guys like you and Bruce Gass and, like, you know, historians of this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I know it must cringe to see how the sport has gone down and how watered down it's
I know.
been.
That's why you don't never. I don't talk about this era. When I do profiles and stuff, is always I don't come past the 2000s.
I get it, but now I get it.
As far as I
Now
know.
I get it. Now I get it.
Yeah,
1000% get it, man.
because that's when it really started going downhill.
Yep.
Right then.
Yep.
Yeah. But we looking forward to the tomorrow, and then Friday too. The casuals. Yeah, y'all got that thing going on for Fridays too. You and Ant just took right off, man. Like, how long have y'all known each other, man? You and Ant.
Do this shit. Do the boxing.
It seemed like y'all had known each other, like went to school together from like elementary school or something, man. The way y'all gelled together and everything, you know.
Yeah,
Y'all
good
just met
synergy.
through this YouTube thing, like lately?
Just just through
Damn.
YouTube recently. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And then I think what really merged that all together was Philadelphia.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. That's where it
when
started at, right?
Yeah, we always chatted here and there. We like sent each other
Right.
like DMs and stuff about like sports and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But like to sit down and it's like
Yeah.
it's not really two opposite worlds. Like we both know a little bit about both worlds, basketball and boxing. But he's more on the basketball side. I mean, I'm more on the basketball side. He's more on the boxing. But we could both have
Yeah.
conversations in the same arena.
Okay.
And then, just talk about life. So that was, that's how that came about, man. And it's a pleasure talking with Ant. So,
Well, let me say this before we go to, man. I look forward to that Sunday thing, man, because that's like right up your alley. I think you're gonna be good at that, man. What have you currently on Sundays? That meeting now, with you running it?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I think that's gonna be good, man. Yeah.
I just want everybody to have a vision of,
Yeah.
just be the best that you could be
Right.
in your space.
Right.
It's not
Yep.
it's not about everybody looking the same and doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, well, before we go, what I would say is in basketball, right? There's great players and then there's role players, but
right.
you gotta be an all-star in your role.
That's right.
Be the rebounder. If you're gonna be the guy that set the best picks and don't score no points, be that guy because somebody's scoring off of those picks. So it's just
be good at it. Yeah. Your role
coming together and it makes sense for the bigger picture because
that's right.
Once the picture is evolved and it's what it's supposed to look like at the end, it's like you could be thankful to each person what they did, and
that's right. Well said. Yep.
That's it, man. But I know it's 4:00.
Oh yeah, yep. It's that time.
Yeah,
but
man,
I appreciate you.
Never a problem, man.
Always a pleasure. Okay, Remo.
All right, though.
We'll see that tomorrow. That was Remo from Let's Talk Fashion. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Be there or be square. Okay, right after the morning hangout. So you watch the morning hangout, then we go straight into Let's Talk Fashion. And now we're getting ready to go straight into Just Do Boxing. Okay? And don't miss tomorrow. We got Floyd against the Legends. I got 20 legends from different eras. How would they fare against Floyd? But now it's time for Just Do Boxing. Getting ready to kick off. This is Cass Sports. Everybody have a great day. See you.